Boy, no. Stay still. It's like too much this way. Like, I want you guys to see this. I hope you can. Hey queens, Lizzie Joy here and welcome back to another video. So today is a story time. Now this story that I'm about to tell you guys is literally crazy. Before we get into the story or anything, I know the title is a crazy title. It's probably the time I had to shave off of my hair, something like that. And that title is true. It is not clickbait. This is something that actually happened to me in my life. And yes, so let's get into it. So the story starts at 8th grade, the end of the year at 8th graders. So 2016, I believe. If it's not 2016, then I'm sorry, but 2016 is where this story begins. So I was in 8th grade. I'm not going to say the school or anything, but it was the end of the year, 8th grade. So at the end of the year, we had a whole bunch of stuff. We had dances, we had 8th grade graduation, we had the athletic banquet, and I did a lot of sports my 8th grade year, so I went to all three of those things. Now, the first event, I think it was the athletic banquet actually, and I went there, and for these events, I was going to curl my hair. So I curled my hair for the athletic banquet, and I, normally washed it, took a shower that night, the next day probably, washed my hair, brushed it, like a normal person is supposed to do. Then a couple weeks after, or I think it was like the next week after, was the 8th grade dance. And then 3 days after the 8th grade dance, or 2 days, I think it was 2 days after the 8th grade dance, was the 8th grade graduation. Now, I told myself I'm going to curl my hair for both of these events. Well, all three actually, but the athletic banquet is already over, so that has nothing to do with anything with the story. So I told myself I'm going to curl my hair for both of these events because so I look nice. Like, they're important events, 8th grade dance, 8th grade graduation, it was important at the time. It was just important, you know what I mean? So, the 8th grade dance comes. Oh, by the way, let me say that I had really, really long hair at the time, and, I just had really long hair, and it always got naughty, it always, was doing the most. But I always brushed it and I kept up with it until what I'm about to tell you. So, the 8th grade dance, I curled it. I'll insert pictures of all these events too if you want to see them. And this is the 8th grade dance. So, the 8th grade dance, obviously you can see my hair is curled. Well, went to the dance, at a dance, you're not party, but you're jumping, you're dancing all over the place, it's all over the place. So your hair is obviously going to get naughty, and since my hair was curled, it was getting even more naughty because it's so long and it's curly and it has a whole bunch of hairspray in it. You know what I mean? That's what happens when you curl your hair. 8th grade dance is done, I come home, I take a shower, but I don't wash my hair or I don't brush my hair. And this was the reason because at the time I was my hair was super duper long, like I said. So it took, I want to say hours to curl my hair. And that might be over exaggerating or anything, but to get the curls that I wanted with my wand that I had, it would take maybe 2 hours, if I remember correctly. So I didn't want to, me being the lazy kid that I am, I didn't want to re-curl my hair for 8th grade graduation, which was in 2 days. So I figured, I'll keep it in a ponytail and everything will be fine. I'll keep my curled hair in a ponytail and it'll be fine. So 2 days later goes by, take showers regularly, but I didn't wash my hair for this whole entire 2 days or brushed it. So 8th grade graduation is here, and I have my hair in a ponytail with a thing down here curled, and my hair, I'm pretty sure it was naughty, it had to be after all this time, but it was still had nice curls and it was still nice. So I went to 8th grade graduation looking like this. Here's a picture, if I can find it, which I really hope I can find it. So 8th grade graduation is done. I put my hair up in a bun. Now this is the worst mistake that I could have ever done. You know what I mean? I put my hair in a bun. The weeks go on, and I take my hair out of the bun and I wash my hair, but I never brush my hair. I keep washing my hair, putting it in a bun, washing my hair, putting it in a bun for like weeks, like months, maybe. It was like weeks and months. Like throughout the whole entire summer, like that's what I did the whole entire summer. I'll insert some pictures if I have them of the bun that I had in. The bun that I kept on putting in and then taking it out, washing it. Like I washed my hair, but I never brushed it. And I don't know if it was because I was lazy. I don't know if it was because I just didn't want to. So basically saying like I'm lazy. Like I don't know what was the reason that I didn't brush my hair, but I didn't. So I kept on putting it in that bun. So freshman year goes by. Summer of eighth grade is over. So now I'm a freshman in high school. My hair is literally a knot. Like it's a dread at this point from being in the bun all the time. And at this point, you couldn't do anything with it. Like you literally only could put it in the bun. And there was a certain point where like I took the bun out, and it would literally, my hair would literally stay there, like in the bun. Like I took the ponytail out, the hair tie out, but like the bun was still there. Like that's how bad it was. Like it was literally so bad. So freshman year, I moved into 2 counties. No, I don't think it's counties. I think it's towns. I don't really know, to be honest with you. But I moved 2 cities away. Maybe it's a city. I think it's a city. So I moved 2 cities away from my city now. And I went to a whole new different high school, a whole new this, whole new everything. So I remember it was the first week of that school, and I still had this bun in my hair. Like I still wore this bun to school, and yes, it looked ratchet. I don't know what other words to use besides ratchet. So, so I'm trying to remember everything. So yeah, I went to this new school, with this bun in my head, and then my mom noticed, and she was like, why do you always have that bun in your head? What else she said? And I finally told her, like, it's stuck there now, like I can't get it out. And then she was like, okay, well we're gonna have to get it out. Like we're gonna try to get it out. So she tried to get it out, I tried to get it out, it was not working. So my mom, we have this family friend who does hair and stuff. So I went over her house and she put coconut oil in my hair. She put a whole bunch of conditioner, a whole bunch of just a whole bunch of stuff, and like she tried to like comb it out, but like we realized that it's like literally not going to work and it's not going to come out. Like that's how bad the dread was, and it was actually kind of sad, and it was a really sad time for me, even though it was my fault. It still sucked for me because I knew that I was gonna have to shave my head off in order to have like regular hair again. You know what I mean? It's like hair. Continuing. So we realized that we couldn't get the dread out, basically. That's what we called it, a dread, because that's what it is. That's what it was. And we couldn't get the dread out, and my mom was like, we're gonna have to shave it off. Like, I'm sorry, kid. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you're gonna have to shave it off. And it was like, it was really upsetting to me, but like at the same time, I knew that that's what had to get done if I ever wanted normal hair ever again. You know what I mean? And it was really sad, and I was really depressed about it. And like it took a while for me to like feel okay about myself again, without hair. So let me just continue the story before we get into like all of that. So we go to the salon, and she cuts off all my hair. Here's the picture of that day. Um, she cuts off all my hair. She shaves it basically. I told my mom, I said I refuse to go to school like this. Like, I don't know what you want me to do, like buy a wig, like whatever, but like you have to do something. Like, I refuse to go to school like that, and I did. Like, it was at the point like where like I really didn't want to be seen at that point, and it was just really embarrassing. Um, so she bought me a wig. She bought me a wig, and I wore this wig for about a month after, maybe longer actually, like a month or two after I got my head shaved. But after a while, the wig started being like knotty too, and every time I would brush the wig, like the hair would fall out of it. So like basically, it would end up bald at a moment. And then here's the thing about the wig: it just looked fake all around, and people knew it was a wig at school. But like I was so self conscious about like my hair and like how it was shaved. I did not want to go to school without this wig on, so I did for a while. And then I remember it was after Thanksgiving break, and I went to school without the wig on, and it was a rough. Oh, here's a picture of that day. That day was crazy. People like stared at me left and right. It was actually insane to think that like I was bald. You know what I mean? And like I wasn't bald, but like my hair was shaved. And from someone going to like really long hair, and even though it was a new school, I didn't have any friends. I didn't know like who any people were. They didn't know that I had long hair because when I first went there, I had a bun-in and then I had this wig on, so they didn't know like my natural hair. But yeah, I went to school with it without the wig, and people made comments. People were like, "Oh, like why'd you shave your head?" Da da da, etc. And at first, I told everybody that my mom cut it. So, because I was embarrassed by the fact that I didn't brush my hair and it became a dread, and yeah, so I told everybody that my mom cut it, and everybody believed that for a longest time. But here's the real story. So, yeah, this is the real story of what happened. So, my mom didn't cut it, I didn't brush my hair, and I got a dread. So, it's really embarrassing, but at the time, whatever. It's all over now. I have hair now. You know what I mean? So yeah, where was I at? So yeah, we get yeah, so everybody finds out. I take pictures so I can post them on Facebook so everybody knows, like from my old school, like everybody knows, da da da. I got a lot of comments, positive ones saying like, oh, it looks good, da da da, because everybody knew that I was sad. And it really was a sad situation, from going for somebody who has like hair down to their butt to not having any hair at all. And my hair was like a really big part of my life too. I enjoyed doing my hair. I straightened it, curled it all the time. I would braid it. I would do buns. I would do like all of this crazy stuff. Like, I was like so good at doing my hair, and then I shaved it all off and like everything was done. So anyways, so that is my story time about having to shave my head. But now I'm gonna talk about like what happened afterwards. So, for the longest time, like that year, I got bullied. I got called a dyke, a lesbian. I got called a whole bunch of names, and it really affected me at the time because I was someone who was like so self insecure, and I felt like without my hair, it was like even worse. But like at that time, I was at the lowest point of my time, and we, like my mom, me, like we were just like at the lowest point of our lives. Like, we were the poorest, the fattest. Like, it was just not doing. We were just not doing well. You know what I mean? So after this, the years go on, and then here's my hair journey. I'm gonna put pictures. So freshman year, it looked like this. Sophomore year, it looked like this. Where it was at like an awkward stage, and you could see the pictures, like it's just like an awkward stage, like it stopped here, but like it was long, like it was like at length, but like it was just stopped. And then here is junior year. Now, so junior year is where it started like actually filling and like, you know, not in that awkward stage. Like I had hair like up here, like going down, you know what I mean? And then here is senior year. Senior year. And my hair is really long now, and I want it to be longer because in my head I don't feel like it's long. But like I know it's long, but like I don't feel like it's long. And I don't want it like too longer because I don't want to go through that again. But let me tell you something. A lesson learned from this experience, and that is I brush my hair. Like I brush my hair, and you need to too. I don't care if you don't feel like it. I don't care like what the issue is. Like you need to, or you will have to shave your head. Like it's that serious. Um, I brush my hair a lot now, like a lot, like more than an average person because I'm so scared of like it getting knotted. Like I can one knot, and I gotta brush it. Like it's like that. And yeah, so that is my hair journey. That is my story time about the time that I had to shave my head. If you have any questions, you can comment them down below. Anything you want, actually comment down below anything that your little heart desires. Give this video a huge thumbs up. Make sure you do comment down anything below that you want. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Comment down below what if you want any other story times. I would have to think of like story times that I could do, but comment down below if you want them. And make sure you subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Hit that bell so you're notified every single time I post a new video. And if you're already subscribed, thank you so much for subscribing. I love you all the mostest, and I hope you have a good day, night, morning time, whatever time you're watching this. Bye, queens. Oh no.